welcome to a new video. Today we have something special. We have the Godzilla Metalpak, and I'm going to try to open this puppy so we could hear the roaring again. This one is absolutely dead. I have some batteries here that hopefully fit the battery that's in here. So what am I going to use? I'm going to use heat. So that's a hair dryer. I'm going to have my coffee, very important. Some batteries, and I have a toolbox here which brings some plastic things, some metal parts. That's for electronics, but it has some plastic tools that I might be able to use. So this is technically for like cell phones, so when you're repairing cell phones or doing some electronic things. So let's see if we can get that done. I'm thinking my process is going to be, I'm going to heat up this edge that seems to be just glued by what I can observe. So I might get the glue loose enough so I could pull this apart. Then that's the mystery, what's inside. Let's see. So I'm going to start with some light heat, and I'll be back once it starts melting. So what I'm trying to do is get it a even temperature. So I'm trying to do inside, outside. I don't want to destroy the electronics inside. So just slow heat, inside, outside, and going around. So I'm going to prep my tools. I think I'm going to use something like this to peek. So I already see that it's moving. And yes, look at that. Let's see if I can get that. You see that? The glue is actually melting. Oh, look at that. Alright, so we're gonna do that gently. Alright. I don't want to bend this metal, so I don't want to give it a good yank. So I'm going to try and melt this. I'm going to leave it there so it puts a little bit of pressure. Alright, so I can tell now, I'm going to stop right now, that this is plastic. It feels kind of like metal, but this is actually plastic. So I did it too much, so I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. And I'm slowly going to yank this. There we go. There we go. Alright, so it's this type of glue. And I can already see the mechanism right there. So it uses 3 of the smaller batteries. I have the bigger batteries. So I don't need to even completely jank it. So you could melt this area right here and this. And it's just going to come off. So I'm going to try and look for these batteries. I'm gonna pull them out and then check for that. And how are these gonna come out? I'm gonna have to lift. There's a little leg right there. Let me focus a little bit better. There. So I'm gonna have to lift this part right there. I'm trying to do this with the camera, and that is difficult. So it might be obstructed. There we go. This whole thing just melted away. Oh, it's just by a double-sided tape. Alright. Let's see if these parts just slide out. Might as well pull the whole thing out. There we go. Alright. Now I'm looking for any issues with the wire. Nope, no issues there. I'm just going to pull these batteries out and try to find the replacements. I have to pay attention which way they go. Alright. Positive to the top. Okay. And this is a little bent. There you go. So I think they use some hot glue there. So I'm gonna go to the store, buy it, and I'll be back. So before I go to the store, I want to show you what battery, in case you're doing it. That way you go ahead and buy it first. LR1130. Alright, so that's the LR1130. Let's focus. Let's see the measurements. Here is a scale. Okay, just in case you need to get that. Let's move it all the way to the edge. And there it is. These are centimeters, just so you know. And these are inches. So like half an inch. But that's just reference, so you know it's not like a gigantic one. So LR, let's focus again. Doesn't want to focus. LR1130. There it is. Beautiful. All right. So here we are back in the house. We already bought the batteries. I did follow proper safety procedures. I did wash my hands, had everything. Had to go to the store, so I picked this up. They seem to be a little bit thinner, but we will find out. So let's get to it. This is not as easy as I thought. So, it would have been easier if I looked at the back. All right. It does have a different nomenclature. we can see, let's see if I can focus this. Maybe it will focus, maybe it will never focus, we will never know. LR 1130H, that's what they sold me. They told me they will fit, so we will find out if they actually do fit and if they actually work. So I should bend this a little bit more so if you can see. Oh, not focused. There you go. There's a little notch here with a leg, so that one can adjust the height of the battery. That's what they told me. So you could press that down and that will make it fit nice and snug. All right, so let's open this one. And please dispose of these properly. They do tell you here not to throw them in the trash. So whatever the procedures are throwing away batteries, please follow those. We don't want to contaminate Mother Nature anymore. All right, and the last one. So if you've been liking the videos, please subscribe. Please give me a like, a comment. Some of you've done this. And if this worked for you, please let us know in the comments. We need to get together as a community to solve some of these little issues. So all batteries there. I'm gonna give it a test. So nothing. I do remember this did work. So let's see, maybe one of the batteries is not making full contact. So nothing. So let's remove some of the batteries. And I'm gonna remove the first one because that's the one I didn't do this notchy thing. That. And let's scrape a little bit of the bottom of this. Scrape this. What I'm doing is trying to remove any rust. Let's see. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Nothing there, the cables are nice and set there. Oh, this one's loose. Alright, I can already tell. So I'm trying to get this. Scrape this. And positive is upwards, so that's good. Well, maybe this leg has something to do with it too. Not in full contact. Did you just hear that? Let me put it next to the microphone. Here's the microphone. And here we go. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, so that worked. Now I'm going to put it back together. So let's move this microphone to the side. Alright, so you see that? It didn't work at the first try, so always, try to adjust, adapt, and overcome on your little situation there. So I'm going to glue that there. And then I'm just going to place it for now. There. And I want to see if it causes any issues. If this is closed. The button is not completely in place. So we may have, it's probably loose. And you can feel the vibration. That's pretty cool. It's a cool roar. That's awesome. I don't know how many times that's gonna last. So, all right. So, what are my recommendations? Buy the batteries first, so you don't have to waste that time. Low heat on this. Go low. That's what I would recommend. This is plastic. This is plastic. So, go with low heat on this area right here. You can do it all around, so it's nice and loose. And then once you're done, you could probably glue it back with hot glue. Glue the button back with hot glue. And that's what I'm going to do. I just don't have my hot glue gun right now, but that's what I am going to do. I'm just going to hot glue it and put it back in place. But overall, this worked. I didn't do any damage, as you can see. Yeah, it's a little bit dirty here, piece of the glue. You could clean it up. And low heat, because I do see some warp in here. So that's what I will absolutely recommend. Low heat. Take your time. This is plastic. Remove it. Take the batteries out. Push those little pins on the top that I showed to put pressure on the battery. Kind of scrape it, clean that. You could use even Q-tip with some alcohol. Just let it dry afterwards. Have it nice and clean. And you will have your Metalpak Godzilla roaring back to life. Alright guys, that is it for today. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share. Please comment if you fixed it. Please let us know. And if you make a video, hey, link it in my comments. The more the better, because there's always different situations that you will encounter. So if you do it, leave a comment, leave a link. And thank you very much. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.